So, just a couple of weeks ago, Bob Iger dropped a pretty clear message. Disney isn't backing down from its main agenda, especially when it comes to diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI. This is a big deal for their live-action remakes of those classic animated films we all grew up with. They've got a whole lineup of remakes coming our way through the late 2020s and beyond, and Iger is really committed to keeping the conversation going, despite saying something a bit different a few months back. But here's where it gets juicy. There's some drama brewing around the 2025 release of Snow White. Hey, it's Mike Zero here. If you're new, make sure to hit that subscribe button and like this video for all the latest updates. I really appreciate your support. Now, let's dive into the ups and downs of this film. It's been a rocky road for Disney, especially for BAR, who's trying to make a name for himself before 2026, the year Iger plans to step down as CEO. And here's where things get a little messy. Rachel Zegler's actions towards Gal Gadot, one of the stars and the evil queen, have stirred up quite a bit of drama. This behind-the-scenes stuff is causing some serious delays for the reshoots that are supposed to start in December and might even spill into January. That's definitely not what Disney needs right now. Oh, and get this. The film's budget is expected to skyrocket to over $300 million when you add in the reshoots. With Disney tightening its belt under Iger and the team, this whole situation with Zegler and Gadot is becoming a huge deal. What's going to happen next for Disney? Stick around as we keep you updated on this unfolding story. Hey there. So, some pretty wild stuff is happening over at the Walt Disney Company right now. They've just decided to cancel yet another major marketing event for Snow White 2025. This time, it was supposed to be this amazing solo performance by Rachel Zegler on New Year's Eve, where she'd be all dressed up as Snow White. But, surprise, Disney pulled the plug, and it seems like Zegler's behavior behind the scenes is to blame. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. There are reports floating around that Zegler has been playing the blame game after she had a pretty loud argument with Gal Gadot during a recent gathering with the cast and crew. Just picture the tension. Apparently, Zegler went off on Gadot, saying she had a hand in the cancellation of her New Year's performance, which was meant to be a big deal for promoting Snow White 2025. Wow, right? This back and forth is just adding to the chaos surrounding the film. Bob Iger and the Disney execs are scrambling to fix things and get those reshoots going this December. And get this, Zegler even blamed Gadot for some of her not-so-great acting takes in the film's third act, saying that's why they have to reshoot the entire ending. Can you believe that? Now, there's a chance that those reshoots might get pushed back to January. If that happens, Disney might have to delay the movie's release from March to June, which would be a huge bummer. And it gets even stickier for Rachel. Disney is not messing around. They've warned her that if she keeps giving off bad vibes in interviews, she might not even get to attend the world premiere of Snow White in early March. Yikes. The pressure is definitely on. So what do you think? Do you think Zegler can turn this situation around, or is the drama just getting started? Stay tuned, because this story isn't done yet. So, have you heard about the drama with Rachel Zegler? She's been making quite a splash in the media lately, and she's really not holding back. Zegler is putting the blame on Gal Gadot for all her issues. It's kind of surprising to see her pointing fingers, especially with all those canceled marketing events and those not-so-great test screenings. Can you believe there have been 6 test screenings in a row that just didn't go well? It's looking pretty grim. What's really interesting is how Zegler seems to be placing all her movie troubles, like her acting challenges, right on Gadot's shoulders. We talked about this before, but it's worth mentioning again. She's hinted that Gadot's influence is messing with her performance. Now, Disney has to redo the entire third act of the film. No wonder Bob Iger and the other execs are holding emergency meetings almost every week to figure this out. If things don't improve, this movie might turn out to be the biggest flop of 2025, and maybe even in Disney's history. That would be a huge blow for them. And here's the kicker. Zegler's behavior has put Gadot in a tough spot, where she feels like she doesn't need to take the high road anymore. The whole idea of giving Rachel the benefit of the doubt? That seems to have disappeared after all the drama behind the scenes. Zegler is blaming Gadot for so many of her struggles, from the canceled events to the pressure she feels with her acting. This ongoing feud is really complicating things for the reshoots. Honestly, it looks like this movie is gearing up to be just as bad, if not worse, than everyone was already worried about. What do you think? Do you think Zegler can turn things around, or is this just the start of something even messier? I guess we'll have to wait and see, because this story is definitely not over yet. Hey everyone, let's chat about The Acolyte. So, it started off as a series on Disney+, but now this upcoming film is generating a ton of buzz, and not exactly the good kind. Why? Well, it all comes down to ticket sales, movie theaters, and a ton of merchandise that Disney is really counting on. The crazy part, a lot of that merchandise is already getting canceled or scaled back, just like the series itself. What a bummer. Snow White is such a beloved character. I mean, everyone knows her story. If this movie ends up flopping, and honestly it might, it could seriously hurt the Walt Disney Company's image in 2025. We've been closely monitoring the developments surrounding Bob Iger and the future of Disney, particularly with regard to the upcoming Snow White film. Iger is genuinely banking on 2025 to be his year of redemption, a chance to prove that he can steer the company back to its former glory. However, the situation looks increasingly precarious. There's a lot riding on this film, and the early indicators aren't painting a pretty picture. To add to the mix, Captain America 4 has had its share of tumultuous test screenings, mirroring the challenges faced by Snow White. Are we witnessing the makings of yet another cinematic disaster? The uncertainty looms large. While the anticipation for Disney's live-action adaptations remains high, the skepticism from fans is palpable, especially given the franchise's recent missteps. One major concern has been the ongoing creative differences and personal tensions between the film's stars, Gal Gadot and Rachel Zegler. Behind the scenes, reports suggest a lot of finger-pointing and blame, which isn't helping the situation at all. In an industry where collaboration is key, internal strife can spell disaster, leading to a product that feels disjointed and unpolished. When the stars aren't on the same page, it can translate into lackluster performances and diminished audience engagement, which is the last thing a high-profile film like this needs. Compounding these issues are significant production challenges. The team is under pressure to complete reshoots by December, a tight timeline that seems increasingly unrealistic given the current chaos. With the clock ticking, it's likely that the shooting schedule will shift. We might see the reshoots pushed back to January, with wrap dates possibly extending into late January or even early February. Delays in film production can have serious consequences, especially in an industry where studios are often under immense pressure to deliver a polished product within tight timelines. Disney, one of the most iconic names in entertainment, finds itself in a precarious situation with its upcoming Snow White film. This predicament raises crucial questions about the future of Disney and its film division, particularly under the leadership of CEO Bob Iger. Can he steer the ship in the right direction and restore the brand's reputation before it's too late? The stakes have never been higher for Disney as they face increasing scrutiny and competition. Fans and industry insiders alike are watching closely, eager to see if the company can produce a blockbuster that not only meets audience expectations, but also reinvigorates the Disney legacy. Given the nostalgia surrounding beloved characters like Snow White, it's essential for the film to resonate deeply with audiences. A misstep could lead to not just immediate financial losses, but long-term damage to the brand's standing in an ever-evolving entertainment landscape. Moreover, the challenge lies in balancing audience expectations with the demands of modern storytelling. Disney has built its empire on enchanting tales that tug at the heartstrings, and fans have a profound connection to the original narratives. With Snow White, audiences are not merely looking for a retelling. They crave an authentic and engaging story that respects the magic of the original while incorporating fresh, contemporary elements. If the film falls short of this delicate balance, it risks alienating the very demographic it aims to attract. As we explore this unfolding drama, it's clear that public opinion will play a significant role in the film's success or failure. Viewer sentiment is a powerful force in the entertainment industry, often shaping the fate of films long before they even hit the theaters. The fear of disappointing fans is palpable, and the question remains, can Disney create a version of Snow White that honors its legacy while feeling relevant in today's world? Engaging with this discourse is vital, and I invite you to share your thoughts on the current state of the Snow White film. Do you believe it has a fighting chance in a competitive market, or do you foresee a path leading to disappointment? Your insights are invaluable, and the comments section is open for lively discussion. If you find our conversation intriguing, please support the channel by hitting that thumbs up button. Looking ahead, I am excited to continue this dialogue with all of you as we closely follow developments surrounding this project and others in the Disney pipeline. Whether you're a lifelong Disney enthusiast or simply someone who enjoys the ebb and flow of the entertainment industry, your perspectives are essential in shaping our ongoing analysis of these events. Let's keep the conversation alive as we witness how this saga unfolds in the months to come, navigating the complexities of storytelling, audience expectations, and the challenges that lie ahead for Disney. Your voice matters in this discussion, and I can't wait to catch up with you all soon.